The algorithm likes it whenever I talk about law of assumption and getting lean. So in this video, I'm going to do just that. And I've made a video like this already, but I feel like I was missing some key points. And quick backstory, I got a hair transplant and I gained 20 pounds. And that was because I wasn't able to leave the house. All I did was just pretty much stay home and order food all day. And whenever you get a hair transplant, your head is super itchy. Best way I can describe it is, whenever you get a mosquito bite and you just feel like scratching it, you scratch it. Well, just imagine that mosquito bite all over your head. That's how itchy it was. So obviously I like to eat my feelings, and the best way for me to like ignore the itchiness was by eating. But prior to that, so it just shows you like I have a bad relationship. Well, I had a bad relationship with food, and technically I still do, but I'm just aware that I do. Right, my vices are lust and gluttony. I'm being fully transparent, and so whenever I decided to like get in shape, right? Before I became this man right here that you're seeing. Before I became this man, I was always chubby. I always had cycles. I would get in shape for like literally like 2 weeks, then I'll get fat again, and then I'll tell myself I'll get back in shape Monday. I'll get back in shape next week. I'll get back in shape the next month. I'll get back in shape the next full moon. Whatever BS, whatever excuse I came up to, came to mind, but I never did it. Now looking back, I get why. It was because my identity, my identity, my old frequency, my old being wasn't disciplined. Didn't stick to his word. Liked to binge eat. Didn't go to the gym, didn't do the cardio that was necessary to drop the body fat. And you could have given me the perfect workout, the perfect meal plan, the perfect rest day or sleep routine, whatever. I wouldn't have done it because my identity wouldn't be disciplined. Well, my identity wouldn't follow through. And that's why I really don't talk about workout plans and meal plans, because first you have to get this right. Getting lean has nothing to do with doing and everything to do with being. Being is decisions. So for some reason, after last year, after like November, I couldn't drop the weight. Um, I'll get motivated for like 2 weeks, and then I'll stay stagnant, no progress, and that's when I decided to get a hair transplant, just because I was like, that's something that I always wanted to do, and I kind of blew up. I gained like 25 pounds, but I'm like, you know what? I'm literally becoming a new man. I haven't had hair in damn near 10 years. I know what it takes because I've done it before. I know what it takes to be disciplined and get in shape and stay in shape. So it took me less than 2 months to lose all the weight that I gained. So I'm in much better shape than last year, and I'm able to maintain this physique now. And what I realized is I made more progress in 2 months than somebody going to the gym does in 2 years or a year or 3 years. I've seen guys and girls go to the gym for like 5 years, 2 years, and they still look the same. With me, when I'm locked in, when I change my identity to someone who's already fit, even though I'm fat as hell, even though the mirror says, bro, you're fat as fuck, my identity, my vision of myself who is fit, it's operating at a different frequency. Now, once I decided, because it's all about decisions, once I decided to put this, I guess you can say, hat on, or coat on, of this version of myself who is already fit, now I have to act as that person. Now let me give you an example. So this morning I wake up, I had eggs, I had ground beef, and I had low-fat cheese, and the coffee and the Quest bar, the protein bar. Then I went to the gym, okay? And I did my cardio, had my workout, came back, I tan a little bit, then I walked some more because I have to get my steps in. And I got hungry and I didn't feel like cooking. So what did I do? So the old version of me would have gone to like Jimmy John's, to like Publix, or to Bojangles, and I would have ate whatever. This version that you're seeing right now went to Kava, had a salad. And for dinner, I'll probably have like a protein shake or some yogurt. This is what Never Got Her was preaching this whole time. Act as that virgin, feel as that virgin, think as that virgin. Desire and repetition. Desire and repetition. Now that I'm lean, I think this is the best body I've ever had. Mentally, physically, spiritually. And again, I could easily go out and right now and pig out and I'll still have a six pack tomorrow. But I know myself. I know if I do it, I might do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And then all the momentum that I have right now is just gonna go downhill. So that way, so once you're lean, the hard part is getting lean. Actually, no. I think getting lean is a journey, is fun. Maintaining this version, maintaining this frequency, this consciousness, this awareness, that's the goal. To have self-control over food, to have self-control over lust. Or whatever your vice is. It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be gambling, it could be vaping, whatever the vice. You can always, so by the way, I kind of hypnotized myself to stop watching porn. I'll make that video for a different day because that could benefit so many people. Not just porn, but my lust too. And hopefully in this video, I'm like knocking at the door and helping you realize that it's not anything to do with external, but everything to do with internal, your nervous system. Maybe your nervous system doesn't feel safe. Maybe you have high cortisol, that's why you stress, so you binge eat. For me, I will binge eat on the weekends, and then I will feel guilty for binge eating on the weekends, and then I'll cheat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the cycle went on for years. But really, it was my nervous system. But like I said in my last video, once you do cheat, let's just say you ate something that you weren't supposed to, first thing you have to do is forgive yourself for cheating. And just go back to the routine. Go back to doing the cardio, go back to making the meal plan, go back to resting, going back to your regular routine, your regular being. It's okay to mess up. We're human beings. I know I'm going to mess up in the future. I know I am. But I'm smart enough, or I like to think that I'm smart enough to catch the pattern and say, hey, we messed up. Let's get back on track. Like, we know what to do. And by the way, I have a whole workbook linked down below to regulate your nervous system and quantum jump you to the version of yourself who is more confident, who is more abundant, who is more loving. I don't like the word law of attraction because you're still trying for something. I prefer law of assumption. I prefer law of knowing because you know that you are this version. And by the way, I've always struggled to like lose weight and maintain weight. I was never like a skinny fat person. I was always pretty chubby. And I think it came from my parents, it came from my culture, it came from myself. But then again, all of those are just excuses. It was me. It was my choice. It was my choice to binge eat. It was my choice to go out and eat whatever and not be disciplined. I had to take accountability for myself, for my decisions. And I mean, there's no rule book that you have to be the same person you were yesterday. You can recreate a whole new version today. And this is what I like love like quantum mechanics and consciousness, because you can really create, I mean, this is what quantum jumping is, create different versions of yourself. Who has a six pack, who is making five figures, who is more confident, abundant. This is what I like. This is what I like talking about. This is the whole purpose of my channel, to give you value, free value. And by the way, don't focus so much on this scale. Don't focus so much on the scale, because you can do everything right. You can be going to the gym, you can be eating right, you can be doing your cardio, and the scale won't move. That's fine. You have to have faith. Again, repetition, being disciplined. It's inevitable. Unless you have a health condition, it's inevitable for you to lose that weight. Once you lose the weight, you're pretty much mastered law of attraction, law of assumption. You pretty much master yourself. So now you can take this skill and apply it to your life, getting better relationships, making more money, because you realize that everything starts within, and everyone and everything is a mirror of self, yourself, even me. This is why it's called Your For You page. I'm letting you know that technically, if you're watching this video and made it this far, you already shifted. You already shifted out. You already shifted identity. Now, the highest form of belief or faith is action. Now you have to execute. Now you have to write down your meal plan, your workout plan, your routine. But again, start small. Don't try to go hard the first week or second week. Start small. And again, it all depends on you, how much body fat you're trying to drop. But start small and just work your way up and increase, and then adjust. Because the version of you who is fit is doing all those things. And it's as simple as just choosing the right thing to do, right thing to sacrifice, the right thing to be. Until next time, guys, adios.